Coming up, the details on Mitt Romney's visit to VMI, plus the very latest on the future of limekiln, right here on Rockbridge Report. Hello, and welcome to Rockbridge Report. I'm Elizabeth Stites. This morning, Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney's campaign announced that Governor Romney will speak about foreign policy at VMI on Monday. Earlier today, reporter Emily Mosh spoke on the phone with Communications Director Colonel Stuart McInnes about the governor's visit.
Did VMI reach out to Governor Romney, or did Governor Romney's campaign reach out to VMI?
No, the Romney campaign contacted us Monday requesting a venue here at VMI, and we've been working hard at during this week working out the details of that.
Why do you think that VMI is a good place for Governor Romney to hold a campaign visit?
Of course, VMI's mission is to prepare young men and women for service to the nation, and so a foreign policy speech, which this is, it certainly makes perfect sense for it to be delivered here at VMI.
What will security be like for the event?
We're not sure on that. Secret Service, of course, will be involved in security, as will our campus police. So it will certainly meet the requirements of the candidate.
Who can attend this event?
This event is going to be closed to the public, I'm afraid. We have a very small venue available that we can hold this event on Monday. So we are basically our first class, the seniors at VMI, are going to be the primary audience, and then a few other cadets as well. This should not create a tremendous impression or impact on the community, because really it is a closed event. We're just now notifying everybody, so there's a lot of excitement here about it.
The first of three presidential debates between Barack Obama and Mitt Romney was held last night at the University of Denver. The debate was called forceful and engaging by many. Throughout his campaign, Governor Romney has been critical of federal spending during the president's first term in office. Last night, Governor Romney took President Obama to task, saying the president failed to deliver on his promise to make cuts to the federal deficit.
You said you cut the deficit in half. It's now 4 years later. We still have trillion-dollar deficits. The CBO says we'll have a trillion-dollar deficit each of the next 4 years. If you're reelected, we'll get to a trillion-dollar debt. I mean, you have said before you'd cut the deficit in half. And I love this idea of $4 trillion in cuts. You found $4 trillion of ways to reduce or to get closer to a balanced budget, except we still show trillion-dollar deficits every year.
Meanwhile, President Obama mentioned several times that Governor Romney planned to cater mostly to the very wealthy in America. Using Donald Trump as an example, he criticized Governor Romney and Congressman Ryan for not being detail-oriented in past budgets.
Congressman Ryan put forward a budget that reflects many of the principles that Governor Romney's talked about. And it wasn't very detailed. This seems to be a trend, but what it did do is if you extrapolated how much money we're talking about, you'd look at cutting the education budget by up to 20%.
For more on the presidential debate, reporter Emily Mosh is here to tell us what the local citizens thought of the two candidates. Emily?
Washington and Lee University has both a college Democrats and a college Republicans club. Both groups of students watched the presidential debate last night, though the two groups could agree on very little with each other.
Romney performed better than expected, and I think that Obama turned in a good performance, but not an awesome performance.
Although Romney may have had a good day of public speaking, I think that what Obama was saying was consistently as strong as he has been.
I think that there are a couple moments when Obama tried to characterize Romney's policies, and Romney was able to fight back pretty hard with details and delve deeper into what his policies actually were.
He didn't really go into much for his plans, whereas Obama was sure of what he was saying there.
Both the Republicans and Democrats appreciated Jim Lehrer's performance as debate moderator, though. The vice presidential debate is on October 11th in Danville, Kentucky. Back to you, Elizabeth.
Andy Schmilker's campaign for the House of Representatives made a stop at the Rockbridge Regional Library last week. Schmilker met with voters after giving a one-hour speech last Thursday night. Schmilker is challenging 10-term Congressman Bob Goodlatte for Virginia's 6th District seat. He will also be challenging Goodlatte to a series of debates starting on October 13th.
I'm trying to represent the spirit of the greater good, doing the people's business, government for the people and by the people. And that's, I think, something that should be of concern to the people of this district, because I don't think they've been very well served.
Last week we told you the theater at Lion Kiln may be closing. Stay tuned to hear what the Kiln's board of directors had to say.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
The theater at Lion Kiln will carry on. Just last week, the theater's executive director recommended to close the theater for good after he said the theater was out of cash. In a meeting on Friday, the theater's board of directors voted unanimously to keep the theater open to do so. The board laid off all the theater staff. It has also taken over the theater's day-to-day operations. The theater is more than halfway to its $100,000 target. The board will contact donors to see if they may use the money to repair the theater. A fire at 749 Orchard Avenue in Buena Vista caused major damage. No one was hurt, but the cost of repair has been controversial. Rockbridge reporter Caitlin Dorimer has the story.
It was around 4 p.m. when the Buena Vista Fire Department got the call. Corner Cuts and Styles Salon was on fire.
We laid about 1,000 feet of hose for water supply, and then we also had Lexington Fire Department and Glasgow Fire Department helping us.
Hilal Hoter rents the apartment above the shop. Luckily, he wasn't home, and the fire was contained downstairs. But Hoter says smoke damage ruined almost everything he owns.
I mean, it's not the same like it used to be. You know, I'm not feeling comfortable anymore. A bathroom smell fire, living room, kitchen, so I have to move.
Debbie Statz, who owns the building and the hair salon, did not want to appear on camera. She says she left work early the day of the fire. Kaiser says it was most likely started by an employee cleaning up at the end of the day.
The lady had thought that the cigarettes and stuff were out, but they wasn't, and it was an accidental fire.
Statz said the damages to her shop totaled $71,000, all covered by insurance. She plans to rebuild, and construction has already started. It's expected to take 6 weeks. But Hoter did not have renter's insurance, so he won't be reimbursed for the things in his apartment ruined by smoke. He says he is paying a steep price for something that wasn't his fault.
The owner, she doesn't even offer me my rent money back to go get me another place.
Statz says Hoter is exaggerating. She says his lease required him to purchase renter's insurance. She paid for his motel room the night of the fire, but says she won't be spending a penny more. Hoter says she hasn't done enough.
But when the fire happened, so I lost everything I have, so it makes me feel like I'm free. I don't have nothing left.
For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Caitlin Dormer.
Hoter's brother owns a Sunoco gas station where Hoter works as a cashier. Recently, they lost the business because of financial struggles. The brothers plan to move out of the Buena Vista area in the next week or two. Officials from Lexington, Buena Vista, and Rockbridge County met last week to discuss merging their 3 school systems. Informal merger talks among the localities last broke down over the summer, but this time around, all parties agreed to call for an outside study to look into the matter. The study will look at the possibilities of a merger and also to see if resources can be shared without one. The study will require school board approval. Rockbridge County's 911 communication system needs a $12 to $15 million upgrade. That will take 2 years to complete. The current system is about 15 years old.
Our current radio system is very old. It's been around since most of the agencies before we actually had a central dispatch center. And what happened when they created Central is they took the different channels and put them together.
3 years after the recession ended, its effects continue to be felt in the area. Lexington's unemployment rate stood out at 13% in July. In August, Rockbridge Area Social Services opened 1,800 more cases than the year before. A social service worker said that unemployment is just part of the problem. Some may be underemployed or have seen their wages shrink. The unemployment rate in the county in Buena Vista has dropped modestly in the past 3 years, but Lexington's has increased with the hard times in the area. Officials remain concerned, and they continue to search for answers. Coming up, we'll tell you just how long you can expect this sunshine to last.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making Home Affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family.
Ooh.
So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Every book is an adventure waiting to come to life. Visit new worlds. Encounter new friends. And discover the power of reading. Go to read.gov to read A Princess of Mars, the first novel to feature John Carter. A new world awaits. Read.
Now it's time for the weather. The weekend ahead should start out nicely with a high of 79 and a low of 53 on Friday. Saturday will have a high of 72 and a low of 49. Both days will be sunny. Sunday will start a chilly week with a high of 58 and a low of 40 with a chance of a few showers. Monday also has a high of 58 with a low of 32 and sunny skies. Tuesday will be another sunny day with a high of 62 and a low of 42. Today, Facebook reached a milestone, 1 billion users. Lexington businesses are using their site and similar social media outlets to reach customers, from dinner specials to promotional offers. Social media spreads the word fast. Sweet Frog, a frozen yogurt chain on North Lee Highway, has 600 likes on its Facebook page. They also use text blasts to reach fans on their mobile devices during one recent text blast promotion. Sweet Frog doubled its daily sales, at no cost to the user. Local businesses say it's a win-win. Last Saturday, locals flocked to Maple Grove Farm in Rafine for this year's National Alpaca Days. Each year, roughly 100 visitors show up to the farm to learn about the animals. Christy Kiger, a partial owner of the farm, said the goal of National Alpaca Day is to spread awareness about the alpaca farming business. Some families drove from as far as Stanton to pet, feed, and even carry animals. The Kigers claim their alpacas are so playful because they treat them as children. That's all we have for today. For more information, visit our website at rockbridgereport.washingtonandlee.net. Thanks for joining us.